Hey, it's Mr. Wilson. Today I'm going to talk about what exactly I mean by having an animated object in your production. If something is animated, it's brought to life or moving, and that object you will add in post or post-production, or put more simply, editing. What could it be? It could be anything. It could be a ball that hits your head, or stars circling your head to indicate you've been knocked dizzy. It could be a bird flying by, or you flying by.
Tweet, tweet.
Something that's unusual that you couldn't actually have in real life. For example, a glowing portal, or an elephant, or lasers shooting out of your eyes. If you want to have something that's an everyday object, like a book, it shouldn't be just something that you're picking up and reading, because that looks bad. Not only that, you could actually have a book that you're holding and reading in real life. But if you wanted to have something like a book in your production, you should have it do something unusual, like levitate. Maybe you could have eyes and a mouth and talk.
What's up, buddy?
Now that would be cool, which is the whole point of having an animated object in your production. To add something unusual, amusing, entertaining, attention-grabbing. It shouldn't be something to put in there apropos of nothing, like a character saying, hey look, a plane, that has nothing to do with your production. It should have something to do with your message and your story. Now let's see how we get those animated objects. You can Google image search green screen object, as I did for the elephant, the bird, the cartoon book, and more. Do not use the small thumbnail pictures that are in the search results. Those are small file size pictures, and you should always try to get the best or largest files for pictures so they don't look like garbage. This is called a pixelated image. It may look okay when it is small, but when you make it larger it looks horrible. So try to get large file sizes. You can also try to get transparent backgrounds, but I have found that many images that come up on that search do not have transparent backgrounds, while it is easy to see when a picture has a green background. You can also create your own on Google Slides, as I did for the stars and the ball. Finally, you could create your own by shooting video or taking a picture of something on a green background, as I did with me and with the actual book. Now, how do you animate it? So I'll start with a very basic movement and then I'll get a little bit more complex. This is a plane. I'm going to add it to my production. I'm obviously going to key it, and this should be review. Go to keyer, key, drag it on there, makes it transparent. I'm going to go to size over my inspector window, scale all, and drag it down to make it smaller. I'm also going to get rid of this little line there by going to crop here and dragging this just a little bit to the left, just a touch, because if I do it too much I'll cut off that plane. There, now that line is gone. I'm going to make it a little smaller. Then I'm going to go to transform, and if I want something to start or end up off screen, I'm probably going to go to the size here and make it small so I can put it off screen here. That's where it will start. So I'm going to start right where I want it to come in. Hey look, look. So this is where I want it to start moving. So I'm going to come up here and click here, which is called a keyframe. I'm going to add a keyframe here, and then I'm going to put my playhead where I want it to end its movement. A plane. Right there. So it's going to go by fairly quickly. So I'm going to drag it across, and you're going to see that this red line appears, and that's the course that the object will take. Now I'll play it from there and see what it looks like. I can go to fit. The character saying, hey look, a plane. So that's a really basic way of animating something. I'll show you a little bit more complex movements. Here I'm going to start with the ball. Again, I'm going to make it smaller by going to scale, scale all, make it smaller. Again, I'm going to make my screen smaller so I can drag it off screen, come in, hit my head, and then bounce out. So it's going to be a little bit more complex. So if I don't have the keyframe up here, I just want to click transform. Again, here's my keyframe. I'm going to want to have this move really quickly. So now I'm just going to go 3 frames forward, maybe 4, and I'm going to drag it here. It's going to hit my head here, and then I'm going to go 4 frames forward from here, maybe 5. I'm going to drag it this way. So now it's going to come in really quick and out. So we're going to see what this looks like, and I might need to finesse it. Fit. Your head hits your head.
Now to do these stars, what I did, I added it, scaled it down, I drag it to where I want it to be. I put it at the beginning. I
click on the keyframe, I drag it to where I want it to stop moving, which is the very end, and then I give it whatever movement I want it to have. And I want it to be circling, so 1, 2, 3, 4 circles, and then I also kind of want it to be moving a little bit off kilter. I'm going to move it like that, but done, and let's see what that looks like. Your head, or stars circling your head to that looks pretty good. There are all sorts of other ways we can have movement that's even more complex. If we want to track something with a hand, we can get as complex as possible with our keyframes. We can have lots of different keyframes on something. But that's the basic of how to animate.